Hey folks, welcome back to Project Motor Racing. And last time we cleared our threshold of getting back to £2 million to be able to buy a new car, and no one had a preference on what I'm buying. So we're going to go for the GTN class, and because it's a class that I like, I've been doing a bit of GT4 racing and finding that less fun. So we're going to go GT4, or sorry, GTN, because I've had a lot of fun doing that, and we're going to go for the Mantra. They've been working on a respray of this, but it's not ready yet. Or Mantara, Marcos Mantara. The Marcos is a UK built car. It's between that and the Morgan. Now, the Morgan is the car that I ripped the engine out of for the MX-5 V8. This is a fun car to drive. I'm not sure 6 litre V8 versus 4.6 litre V8. This is such a cool looking car. This one is quicker. If I'm going on pure performance, I should go for this one. But this looks so nice. I have a little vague attachment to Morgan. It's very tenuous. It's very tenuous. It looks so cool. We're going to buy the Morgan. It might be a bad choice, but I don't care. At this point, we can make tweaks to things as well. I'm going to change the sponsorship model, and we're going to go for competitive. Yeah, we're going to go for competitive, and I'm going to push the difficulty to 75%. Might regret all of those changes, but anyway, I'm going to leave it on half race distance just to keep things kind of quicker. And we're going to go for the United States one, because these are circuits that I know relatively well. So yeah, feels like it should be a easy-ish combination. Let's jump in and see how we get on. There is a whole meta at the moment with tuning cars in Project Motor Racing of basically you max out the tire pressure and do stupid things with the suspension and it makes you fast. Not going to do that at the moment because I'm not that desperate yet. What I forgot to do is tweak ABS and traction control. So we're going to nudge those up. And I'm going to do a lap in practice just to get a feel for the car. We'll jump, which I don't normally do. I don't normally do practice. We'll jump into qualifying and then do the race. Now, I might have to pause at some point because I am expecting an Amazon delivery, which I'm trying to keep an eye on as I drive the car. So, yeah, multitasking, it's a thing. So, if you're actively playing the game still, I had an interesting comment on the last video from someone who was questioning my ethics because I'm playing Project Motor Racing and they don't like the developers of the game, but they like Farm Sim. So, yeah. Anyway, obviously the devs have had a holiday for Christmas, which is a good thing. So there haven't been any updates to the game in a bit. The devs are back, and so hopefully we'll be seeing some new things coming soon, or tweaks to some of the new things that we've seen coming soon, which is cool. I've been getting on better with the kind of penalty system with a bit of time. He says it's probably this race goes awfully, but yeah, I've been getting on a little bit better with it with a bit of time to get used to it. I've not raced a huge amount, over the break, because this is a game that requires concentration, and my concentration has been completely shot. But yeah, we'll see how we get on. I've not really raced much. I'm on the controller again. This corner I find an absolute nightmare as to where the braking point is. But anyway, I was doing a race on here in the GT4 car that I've got, and I just could not work out my braking point on that one corner. I was quick everywhere else, and I was playing on 80% difficulty, so I was trying to push myself a little bit, and I was quick everywhere except that one corner. I just could not get my braking point on that one corner. And in the end, it was a longer race because I was playing on 100% duration. And I got to about halfway through the race and it just fell apart completely. And I went from first to like very mid-pack. Very, very mid-pack. Which kind of sucks. It's been kind of a problem for me with longer duration races, which is one of the reasons that on here I've been doing slightly shorter races, because it's easier to maintain peak performance for a short duration. Stop laughing at the back, children. And by peak performance, I'm not claiming by any stretch of the imagination that I am good at this game yet. But I'm getting better and I'm still having fun playing it. That's the key thing for me, is having fun playing video games. Yep. How are we for... We are way off the pace and we are brake because I've changed controller. There we go. So turn to the pits. Vehicle setup. So I think we want to back off the rear wing a fair bit because we're on a fast circuit. We are going to pump the tyres up a bit. We're going to go for softs because it's a short race. 6-lap race, so we need 19 litres of fuel, not 50. Those can be maxed out. And let's make 6th gear a little bit shorter so we can go faster once we're at high speed. I'm going to save that setup as a fast setup. Because we need to go fast. And I think I'm going to call it good for that and hope that everything is okay. And hope that we can make back like 4 seconds. And again, there is the chance I'm going to need to pause the game at some point to deal with an Amazon delivery arriving. So if there's a weird jump cut in the edit, it's not me cheating, it's me dealing with Amazon. But yeah, this is a car that I bought for fun, not for necessarily being the fastest car, but it is quite a fast car. Right. Hopefully the retune of less downforce, longer 6th gear. So I ended up I've restarted qualifying because of the fact with dealing with an Amazon driver, because it took them absolutely ages from being a few stops away to actually getting to my door. So we're on the outlap. We'll get that done. Hopefully I can do a half decent qualifying time. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see. And then into the race, and we'll do a 6-lap race, which is not too bad. Not too bad. A bit longer than in the MX-5. The sound of this car. So if you've used my modded MX-5, this is the engine that's in that car. Slightly detuned because at the full power it was just insanely undrivable. Basically, I wanted to keep it full power, but yeah, I struggled to drive that car anyway. But yeah, it was really difficult to drive, so detuned it a little bit. I have started to update that, but kind of got sidetracked by something else, and then kind of got waylaid by the whole not feeling too super hot over the brake. So yeah, need to get back on getting that car updated. So I can't remember if with Farm Sim Mods there is a minimum period between submission and updating, and I can't remember if it's 2 weeks or 4 weeks. I think either way I'm getting close to that period anyway, so yeah, we'll be looking at getting an update to that submitted at some point soon. And the car behind me is kind of closing, so we don't have great top speed, but we kind of didn't before, so yeah, here's what it is. And I just cannot do that first corner. Might be the best way we get a decent qualifying lap is actually to follow someone into that bit and then try and get past them if I can be quicker around the rest of the lap. I don't know. Yeah, we'll see how we get on. I might regret increasing the difficulty. I don't know. As long as I'm having fun, I don't have to win every race, you know. Not what it's about. Well, the term that I used before, which I got slightly wrong, is stretch achievable. So I want to have the difficulty in games, and not just this game, in most games, at the point where, if it's a game where winning is a thing, because Farm Sim winning is not a thing, really, unless you get bankrupt and you lose. But where if you do things wrong, it goes completely wrong. But if you do things right, it's not a complete absolute given that you're going to just tear away and it be utterly easy. And in the MX-5, 70% was not quite that. It was a little bit too easy a lot of time, unless I completely stuffed things up. So yeah, but I did completely stuff things up sometimes. So there is that factor to deal with. We are way off the pace, so but let's see if we can find some of that. And that might be a track limit violation. I don't know. We'll see if we get on. But let's see if we can find a bit more time, because we kind of need to. Now, the tyres warming up will help. I don't know if the AI, and the AI run different tyres. I don't know how different they are. I know they're different. But I don't know if by default they run mediums, and obviously we're running the softs, and we have quite a short race, so we shouldn't get through a set of softs in a race of this length, so we should be okay from that point of view. So yeah, we should be okay on tyre life. I think we can maybe be a bit more aggressive through the bus stop to gain a bit more time. Don't know if we're going to gain the couple of seconds that we need. I bet that guy's in a Marcos. I bet they're in Marcos. It's a really quick car. Really quick car. But, you know, we've got the car we've got, so let's see what we can do with it. There we go. 1.7 seconds gained back. Do I dial the wing back even more? We don't really need downforce. We'll have downforce anyway because there's other aerodynamic effects on the car. So, yeah. Maybe we finish this lap, quickly jump in the pits, take the rest of the downforce off, and see if we can gain a little bit more. Yeah. Turn to pit. So we are currently 9th. Let's take that last couple of degrees off. See if that buys us any more. We're going to get one hot lap of this. And yes, I know I go out of the pit lane wrong. Don't care. Do not care. I hate that pit lane exit. So it's an out lap on qualifying. It really doesn't matter. Got another couple of seconds to try and pull back. So it's going to be rough. It's going to be rough. Especially with only one lap to get some warp in the tyres. Although they're already relatively warm. It may have made more sense to not just lengthen 6th gear to adjust the final drive. But I didn't want to have too big an effect on the rest of the performance of the car. So, you know. We'll go with what we've got gear ratio wise. It's my first time actually messing with gear ratios beyond stuff that I've done for modding things. So yeah. And given that we have a fairly short qualifying and practice, I don't really have time to go super in depth on getting it right. Unless I'd spend more time in practice. Yes, I can hear you saying that. Ignore the split difference, I guess, up there. It goes wrong when you pit and then come back out in qualifying the way that I did it anyway. Let's go. Let's see what we can do. First corner was very badly done. But yeah. We get no information on how we're doing on the lap, really. Which sucks, because we're not going to get a second bite at this. So, oh well. I guess it will give us good information to see if we can get round a lap anyway. With no wing, which is going to make us faster probably. Because there aren't many corners that are really that dependent on downforce. Oh yeah. Car tuning is not really my thing yet. Obviously the MX-5 didn't have that many tuning options. Some suspension ones, but I didn't really get into playing with those, so... Let's just see how we get on. Really struggle as well with like remembering braking points. Just need to spend more time playing the game, I guess. Oh well. Let's see how we do. We're faster in the second segment. Can we get a decent time or not? No, not really. Not really. So we were just looking at splits. So we're comparable in the second, way off in the third sector, and in, yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure how we do that, sir. I'm not sure how we do that, sir. But let's just go for it, I guess. And hope, you know. Let's just go for it and hope. And it's the first race of the championship. Things will get better. So the Mosler is the car for this circuit, it seems. Anyway, let's see how we do in the actual race. Obviously, my starting technique is average at best. Yeah. I don't hold out much hope for us in this one, folks. But we'll see what we can do. We'll see what we can do. I think the thing to remember is it's a championship. We don't have to win it all in the first race on the first corner. He says as he starts making stupid, ridiculous, aggressive overtakes. But do you expect any different from me? No, probably not. So glad I changed the sponsorship model to Podium. Because if we want to get any money, we got to get top 3. Well, we'll get prize money from the race, which I think is like top 6. Yeah. Got work to do, folks. Got work to do. I mean, liking the radar. Radar's pretty useful. But without corners to outbrake the clearly faster cars, we are going to be working hard. So let's try and work hard, I guess. Slipstreaming is going to be maybe key. If we can. Praying for speed. And yeah, the other car's clearly faster than us. But not a lot we can do about that. Try and get them through the complex, maybe. I don't know, because so that first corner always completely screws me. And our soft tyres are only going to help us through the bits where grip is important. So, I don't know. Let's just run the race and see where we end up. It's about all we can do. It's about all we can do. Yes, try not to force things too much, because then mistakes will happen and we'll just drop back completely. Avoiding mistakes is probably important. It's bound to happen at some point, but if I can avoid them, that's going to be good, because a crash is just going to wipe us out of the race completely. It'd be nice if we could get somewhere in top staying in where we are, maybe, you know? I don't know. I wouldn't be unhappy with 7th with how qualifying went. Qualifying did not go brilliantly, so... We clearly just do not have a car that's good on this circuit. Yes, bad workman, blaming his tools and all that. I'm not sure it's a bad car. I think it's me. I struggle on this circuit. Flat. It's not my kind of circuit. I prefer a few more corners. But is what it is. We will get through this first race and hopefully do better in circuits that suit us better. You know, it's going to be a learning process, stepping up from the first car. Get quicker, which is good, and some of that will be. Man, this is going to cost us big because it's never just 2 seconds. Okay, that wasn't too painful. Where was I? Yeah, it's going to be a learning process for stepping up from the MX-5. I've done a bit of racing in this class, in the Mantara, the Marcos, but kind of cherry picking circuits. Then this was not one of the circuits that I picked because I don't enjoy it. So we've got a different car racing up on us, and boy are they coming hard. Not get how to get into this first bit of the circuit. It's the same car. I just didn't recognise it from that angle. Track limit penalty really hurt. Can we hold that? Yes. We got the speed out of the corner. No. Still got a bit scrappy. Don't forget to brake for corners. Braking for corners is important. You can't go quicker by not slowing down for the corners. That kind of red mist that descends does not help at all. You still need to slow down for corners. You're not going to be quicker by trying to go in a straight line really fast. Yeah. 2 laps to go. Well, 2.5, I guess. Can we avoid penalties, avoid crashing, avoid being overtaken? Who knows? They are all challenges that we need to deal with. I'm not sure if we can avoid any and or all of those. Just not fast. And I guess some of that is ramping the difficulty up, you know. The AI is faster now. That is a thing. If I could get into this corner better, it'd be so much easier to not lose time. I guess we at least didn't lose our place, which is good. Probably need to try and watch someone else race this circuit. See how they do it. Right. I don't know. 2 laps. better. Remembering to brake, and then outbraking myself straight away. Just try and hold it together. Bring it home. I don't think we'll get any cash for finishing in 7th. Might get championship points. That'd be a thing. And hopefully the next circuit will be more favourable to us. That would be nice. Because this is just like a raw power job. And we don't have that. I mean, we have 400 odd horsepower, but it's not enough. We need more than that. And I could always, if things are not going well after a season of racing in this, we could always sell it and swap it over to another car. We're not tied to it. So, yeah, no. We have options. Come on, brake, 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 brake. No, screwed it. Screwed it. Come on. I want to finish in 7th. Go. Can I hold 7th place? Considering I qualified in last, I guess that's not awful. It's not great, but it's not awful. Just need to not do anything stupid, but I can't relax because the car behind me is so much faster on the straight bits that I need to be pushing hard. I mean, according to the game, I could be like 2 seconds a lap faster. So that's a thing. From my best lap to potential lap. So I'm leaving a lot of pace on there. Out here. I don't know where they're getting that from, but going to be a penalty. Maybe. Oh, just a warning. Okay. Alright, let's see if we can hold this to the line. Slightly disappointing, but better than it could have been. And across the line. There we go. Yeah, so the two Mosleys were just so quick. So quick. Yeah, we do. We earned $0. Oh well. Oh well. I will take, well, I don't have a lot of choice. Championship wise, we got 6 points, so that's okay. And that race cost us $3,000 in repairs. Oh well. That's it for today, folks. Hope you enjoyed that. If you did, click the old like button. I will see you next time.